Well, this next post, it's not going to be my favorite post, that's for sure, but I got to bring up my son. He's definitely the best thing that I've ever done, even though it was about an hour out of high school with his mom. We dated, and out of the blue, gosh almighty, right around senior year in 12th grade, me and his mom, we had like some type of relations going on, and we went out for years and years. Okay, and by the time it was halfway through 12th grade, I knew I was going to be either a father of a son or a daughter. We did not know. So by the time graduation came, I'm like, well, we all got a secret. We didn't really make big news about it. Key people knew, like mom, dad, her mom, dad, and whatnot. But we just wanted to get out of school and take things, organically, try to make good decisions. She was 17 going on 18. I was 18. And I know that sounds so young, but God, I really thought I was pretty mature, and she was too. A great lady or girl. I thought I was a great guy, and I have a massively cool family, and she had a really real cool family. And so anyway, a couple months out of high school, bam, my son, he popped right on out. All right, 1986, and it's the greatest thing that I helped make. Okay, and years go by. We divorced like 2 hours after the wedding. I mean, I didn't really want to get married, and I know she didn't either, but it was the right thing to do. She ended up meeting the love of her life, and now she's been married like 3,400 years, whatever now. So my marriage, it's so long ago. It seems like I saw it in a movie, like in Weird Science, or was it Gone with the Wind? Or it's funny how time just makes things so go, God, did I really do that? But my son, he got to around 33 years old, and things went pretty bad on Christmas Eve. He did a real bad choice. And this is where my video kind of really takes a turn. And the reason I'm doing it is because I just had someone tell me, you're always upbeat. I'm in a situation, and I've got life a certain way, and you don't. And maybe I got an advantage because I'm older and I got bills paid off, or and you guys, man, that's why I'm making this video. And I don't, I still, as I'm sitting here, I don't even know if I'm going to finish it. I just want to stop it and just say screw it. Why am I even answering to this? But I want to answer it because everybody, you can see someone's appearance. They might look like they're happy and they're not. Robin Williams. I still can't believe Robin Williams is not with us. Sometimes people's choices, it's kind of a no-brainer. Prince. I don't know if he was taking pills for certain things, but if that made him have a heart attack, I mean, it makes sense if the doctor or the autopsy says so, or if he just had cardiac arrest because he was dancing his ass off his whole life. But I can't believe Prince isn't with us. There's some really great entertainers, and I'm using famous people because most of the world has heard of Prince or the great Robin Williams. But to me, Robin Williams seemed like he was okay, and behind the scenes he wasn't. And that's the purpose of this video is I do enjoy being upbeat. I do enjoy trying to see the finer things or the brighter side. Okay. But back in 2018, my son, he did drugs with a friend of mine. And my son was not a drug addict. He was not a meth head. He was not dealing drugs and going to prison. He was just somewhat of a follower that if you had a Budweiser, he'd drink one. If you had a cheeseburger, he'd have one. And if there was some type of drug, he just wanted to be accepted. I get it. Plus, he had to live in my big personality. I mean, I'm a big mouth. I've been in radio forever, and I've done certain things that kind of puts me out there. And not that he lived in my shadow, but you know what I mean. So he probably had comfort just being accepted from other people. And I think there might have been some fake friendship just because he was my son. But he made a bad choice. And on Christmas, but on Christmas Eve, he died. Okay. I didn't find him for 2 days. Christmas was not that good in 2018. The next day, thank goodness, my ex-wife's grandpa found him. Sweet guy, the greatest guy. And thank goodness he and his adopted son Cody found my son, because he used to be a paramedic. And I won't get into the details about all this stuff, but my son just made a bad choice. And I wish the friend that gave him drugs made a better choice. I thought I had a better friend. This was a 30-something year friend, by the way. So behind the scenes, yeah, I've got a little bit of anxiety and pissed offness times 1,000,000. I could literally lift a space shuttle and throw it to the moon, and it would hit the moon. I mean, I could go on for 19 hours and not stop if I wanted to about this situation. It's just, and I know that when people make comments, they don't really know me. I know I make comments and I don't really know, but some people, they just make comments, and I get it. It's kind of fun to judge or bust balls or just talk shit. And deep down, most people on TV or sports figures, if they lived next door to you and you guys were sharing water in the yard or at a barbecue, you'd be like, God, you drive me crazy. You always win my favorite football team and I can't stand you. But now I've met you and you're a nice guy. Dang it. So I always take things with tongue in cheek, and I definitely do not judge books by its cover. I've had long hair and tattoos most of my life. I know what I look like. I look like I'm a rock and roll guy, smoke weed or go skateboarding and surfing when I was younger. Or now it's like, man, you're almost 60. You got cracks all over your face, and here you are still dressing like you're, I don't know, just getting up. Maybe I am, I guess. But my son, he was a cool dude, and he still is. And I have him cremated, and he's on the other side of this wall. And maybe one day I'll grow some balls and I'll show you his urn. It's upbeat. It's an American flag. I call it the Kid Rock cookie jar, because he is cremated. And he loved Kid Rock. He loved Johnny Cash. He loved John Denver. He loved drinking beer and chasing hot chicks at the Westerner, which is our best dance club here in Utah. And I like him to be with me. I do have plans at a beautiful cemetery where I've lived most of my life here in Utah, and there's a time and a place. But I like my buddy to be right on the other side of the wall. He's right out the door here. You take a left, walk about 25 feet, and I got a beautiful. It's not a shrine, but I've got like a pedestal, and I've got a Johnny Cash doll, and I've got a Billy Idol doll, and that's because he loved Johnny Cash. My last concert that we went to was a pool party in Vegas to Billy Idol. And he loved John Denver, the song Take Me Home, Country Roads. And I have that etched, when you're in a mausoleum, I guess you'd call it. But I got a wall that's a big square, and I've got Take Me Home, Country Roads. And I love that phrase. And then on his arm, right before he died, he had the outline of like an elk, and he never got to finish it. And thank goodness I took a picture of it. I didn't even know why, because it wasn't finished. Normally you don't take a picture of the outline of a tattoo because it's just starting. But I did, and thank goodness, because now an artist that does the engraving, if that's called an artist or an engraver, I'm going to have my son's tattooed finished to the best of what I think he would have wanted. And I'm going to have Take Me Home, Country Roads. And me, I've been in radio off and on 35 years, and I'm going to have a nice microphone. Those big ones like Elvis used to sing into, or Frank Sinatra. It's one of the favorite things I did is just broadcast, even though this is like broadcasting. But I have the microphone similar right below here. And I just wanted to make a video about my son, show you some pictures. And to anybody that is going through a roller coaster of emotion, I'm not recommending fake it to make it. I'm doing the opposite. If you do feel bad and you don't want to do a video, or if you don't feel like posting, it's up to you. If if you have someone that's passed away, or you're just depressed for whatever reasons, it's up to you if you want to share maybe just a little bit about your thoughts about your situation. But I don't like faking to make it. It's been around forever. And I guess I've had to fake it a lot. Man, I'm sure every girl I've ever dated has faked it. But you know what I mean? Um, Man, if you're feeling bad or you're nervous or you're shy or you just can't figure out, like, what the hell am I doing? Am I going to be funny or crazy or sad? But I'm like, oh, I'm miserable. I hate my life. And there's no way I can be upbeat when I talk about Live Good. Because once I stop the camera or finish the post, my reality is maybe just a worn out apartment. Yeah, maybe you're divorced and you got to start all over. The best part is if you're watching this video, and me too, we get to get up tomorrow. The chance is almost 99.999% that we're probably going to get up and have a chance to live another 24 hours. My buddy, my son, damn it, man. I cannot believe he doesn't get another chance. And it's been 5 frickin' years. And I still can't believe it. But that's why I've got to do something with the rest of my life. I can't just like make money and go buy a couch. Go live the laptop lifestyle. That's why I make fun of assholes on the beach. Oh, I got money. Oh, look at my condo. I got a laptop lifestyle. Who gives a shit? I don't. I really don't. But anyway, I want to, God, like I said, this is my son. And these are younger pictures. But I just wanted to show you him. There he is at my friend Craig's house. Believe it or not, he is the co-founder of Nu Skin. This house, believe it or not, has a full-size volcano tube pirate ship. It's 55,000 square feet. He's got $55 million into it. And he owns Nu Skin, which is an MLM company. And I still don't do MLM, but I grew up with Craig and Sandy, his ex-wife. Sandy's a good friend. Craig's a buddy. And me and my son got invited down, and we've been all over all the Nu Skin properties. And what a coincidence that I don't do MLM ever. And here I am doing one that could be competition. But I just wanted to show you my son having fun, about ready to go down the land. Well, is it a water slide down the land? Here he is there, back in the early 90s. Yeah, that one's real tough. That's obviously in the 80s when he was born. And there he is, teenager, just about ready to become hell on wheels and chase girls like a maniac, like his dad. And my family's massively country. Even though I went the rock and roll surfer, BMX, skateboard route, my family into roping, barrel racing, and they still are here in Utah, massively country rodeo style. I mean, that is my son down to a T. He loved Kid Rock and Johnny Cash, but he loved the country bars and he loved the country lifestyle. Okay. So there's not a day that goes by I don't think about him. He's with me. I don't have the balls to take him down to the cemetery. Maybe I never will. Maybe I got to die myself. But he and I, me and him and me, we're all going to be in that little wall. He's stuck with Dad. And I'll probably put a cell phone in there. I thought on the outside I'd put, hey, do you have a cell phone charger? My battery's dead. I wanted to put that on the outside of my wall. And I still might if the cemetery will let me, because that would be kind of funny. I want to, even in death, you got to have a little bit of humor. You can hit rock bottom quite easily in anything, from a pet dying right down to your own kids, right down to your mom. It sucks. To me, I don't fear death. It just seems boring and it just sucks. I mean, that's all I can say. And I don't know if I'm going to hell because I've said the F word and I've been to strip clubs and I've been rocking and rolling and on Sunday I watch football and not go to church. And but I've done a lot of good in my life. I promote lots of charities and I don't burn people. And when I say something, I do it, But guys, I think at the end of the video, it's hard to end. This one I didn't mean to do. I was just reading this guy's thing and I'm like, dude, if you only knew, everybody has a good, bad, and ugly thought, probably every 5 minutes. Even when someone wins Powerball, they're probably shitting their pants and then they're like, oh great, I'm going to have every butthole in the world ruin my fun, and then they lose half of it. I mean, God, there's so much crap out there. And there's so much good. But like I said, at least we get to get up tomorrow and live our lives or celebrate our lives, or we get to live our lives. We get to change our lives. I mean, isn't that frickin' cool? That's mind-blowing. And like I said, I'm not spiritual. I think maybe I am, but I'm not religious at all. But I hope there's something. Is that spiritual? I mean, if there's a God and a Jesus, I've got long hair. I'll be like, hey, Jesus, right on, my brother. It's kind of brown. You know, brown, let's all go get down. But I don't know. I don't fear death. It just seems like it sucks. And my son, he was a cool dude. Casey Scott Draper, that was his name. And I feel better. Now I'm probably going to keep this video. I'll probably upload it. I like my friends and people I might not ever meet ever that watch my videos to at least know a little bit about me. And I don't even know why. There's some things you should probably keep personal, but I've done a lot of hours of chit chat like this on my Facebook channel over the last 5 years. And I've had a lot of time to think about my son's death and how it affects me and how am I going to be valuable the rest of my life, because I get another 24 hours. He doesn't. He'd be 38 now, which seems just mind-blowing. I cannot believe he's not here and he's doing this behind my head and then asking me for $20 and then go chase girls. He would do that till he's 70. If I lived to 90, my son would still want to borrow $20 and go chase hot chicks at the Westerner with my brother. My brother was one of his best friends. Every weekend, they'd go chase girls. My brother, I don't know if he ever got any, but I'm sure my son did. I saw some of them, and they keep in touch with me. They see how I'm doing at least 2-3 times a year on Facebook, and that's really cool of them. Sweetest girls. I love when they get a hold of me. And that's it, you guys. But we get to get up tomorrow. So let's make a pact that we're going to do the best we can with LiveGood, or whatever we do. We don't have to do this LiveGood thing. Just because I'm on the LiveGood channel, somehow this darn YouTube channel of mine has become the LiveGood headquarters. But yeah, just do the best you can. Be a little honest. If you have to fake it to make it, I understand. But just don't fake yourself. Feel the pain and know that you can probably change your situation, or at least try. And if you fail, so what? Try again. If you fail, try again. You know, with LiveGood, hopefully it works out for you. The best part is that the tools are in place, the infrastructure, and it's affordable. So let's say that you really do fail with LiveGood and it means that you can't do it anymore for whatever reasons. $49.95. That's why I don't mind doing this business, is because I can go to bed at night knowing that if my video gets you to join, and for some reason you don't get money coming in, you don't get the response through Gmails, or maybe you don't want to make video, but whatever you use, Facebook post doesn't work. The maximum, other than you can't get your time back, the $49.95. I can live with that, but I can't do high ticket stuff. If it was $1,000 to get LiveGood going, which is, it's probably worth it. And thank goodness it's not. I'd never do it. If it was $1,000, I'm so out of here. I'm just buying the products. But with LiveGood, I enjoy, well, not enjoy, but I like that I can go to bed at night knowing that the worst case scenario, at least financially, is $49.95. You can always join for a year and save 2 months. But at $49.95 in my head, it's like, okay, I can go to bed at night knowing that that's the most amount, other than their time, that they would lose if they did just give up, okay? And that's one reason why I really appreciate this company. You know, products I like, the money, obviously, I'm making money right now. But I just want to make a video about everybody is not whistling Dixie out their buttholes. Maybe it seems that way with their posts or their pictures or even their Facebook stuff, or even on a video. But man, just be honest. I want to be honest right now. I want to feel like I'm a friend, even though we might not ever meet. But the more honest I am with myself and you, I can go to bed at night. It feels so much better. It feels really good just to bare my soul, and I don't know why. And I know privacy is a big deal, but in this case, I just wanted to show you my son, talk about, unfortunately, his death, and if I can learn from his death It's just that I've got to do the best I can every 24 hours. I can't just live. I can't just make a buck and go buy a Lego kit. Okay? It's nice to eat and have air conditioning and heat and all the fundamentals, but I just want to do something more with the rest of my life. And I could live to 80, I could live to 8 more minutes. Nobody really knows, you know. But in my case, I just want to feel like, man, this week I did something. I made a difference. I made someone laugh, or maybe if they're in LiveGood, they're going to make some extra money to get them out of the hole that they're in because they're short $500 at the end of the month. So anyway, like I said, this video I could go on 19 hours about this. So I'll probably post it. 20 gosh dang minutes. Oh shit, I can talk forever. I know I talk too much. All right, guys. If you're in LiveGood, awesome. If not, you guys can join. I don't want to end this on a promo. It's so tacky. I just want to thank you for watching my video or my videos. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. All right. And definitely just kick ass, guys. Do the best you can. Just live the life. Let's all just live the best lives that we can. I know you've probably heard that phrase over the last year or two, but just do the best you can, and let's just all kick ass. Thanks, man. Okay. Well, guys, we'll see you guys next videos. Yeah, thanks.